Hijacking Ndi Gboo'S legitimate demand for self-determination. Hijacking Ndi Gboo'S legitimate demand for self-determination. Ndi Gbo, of course, we told you, are the ancient people. That's what it literally means. Igbos, according to the colonialists, you know, they have a way of destroying people's name. They'll call it whatever they feel like doing it. That word is actually Ndi Gbo, the ancient people. So like other indigenous ethnic nationalities in Africa, they have been fighting against slavery, against slave trade, against colonialism and neocolonialism for over 500 years. Our people have a legitimate desire to live freely on our ancestral lands, like our counterparts in the West and all over the world. And that is self-determination. That's the meaning of self-determination. We believe that we have enough resources on our ancestral lands to live a good life. And that self-determination is our moral right, according to 2007 United Nations Declaration for Indigenous Peoples' Rights. There is enough indication that things are not okay for our people and on our ancestral lands. This justifies our quest for freedom. We will tell you some of the things going on that make us know that things are not okay. We are not living like normal human beings. The dot in circle we mentioned to you, which is to politically and economically marginalize us. They did that and it's still there because our people have been cut out into reducing us to 5 states. And inside there, they will tell you, we'll give you 1 state. We'll give you one. Our people, our family, members of families, communities have been taken away from us, creating this restricting dot in circle. Anybody that is bringing solution and not starting from it is wasting his time. And it's 1999 constitution that kept us in this line. Our people have been dying unnecessarily for decades. They say, hey, we want to free this one so that the people will stop dying. No, our people have been dying for decades, even before Rima was taken to prison. Current military occupation by Nigerian forces, like Namibia, before the end of South African apartheid in 1990. That thing that happened in Namibia is happening in our land. Military, our people will be traveling. They get to somewhere, they have to come out of the car. Everybody, old, young, small, and raise their hand to cross. Then the driver will drive over the car and then you gotta enter again. Who lives like that? Who lives like that in our own land? Forcing our people to abandon a land flowing with milk and honey. Ndi Gbo is a land flowing with milk and honey. Our people left this precious, this choice land to scatter and sojourn like aliens in all parts of the world on economic exile. Things are not okay. That's not how our people should be living. Our people, by that, have rejected and deserted the colonial unitary Nigeria that has been so hostile to them and their children, killing their dreams. We are telling you about indications, things that we are seeing, country going on, making us to know that things are not okay and we deserve to be free. Some of our people, as we speak, are enslaved in all parts of the world, living in worse and most deplorable conditions. Some are in prison, in worse dungeons, and prisons in Arabian and Asian countries. You need to see them. Full-fledged man, he's doing houseboy, he's doing women, doing house help, and they're doing all sorts of things. These videos keep flying around. We see this things breaking our hearts when we are so comfortable, we ought to be comfortable in our land. Some have chosen that their burial site is the Mediterranean Sea, Sahara Desert, rather than mine in Nigeria. The presence of many retired freedom fighters. Yes, the people we call freedom fighters emeritus. It shows us that the war has been going on for years. Yeah, people like Raf Uwazurike. Yeah, Nnahadi Kanu. Asari Dokubo, Uche Mefo, Uche Namadu, Obido Obienu, George Onibe, Chinasa Nworu, Chike Doziem, all of them. These are people that came out say they want to bring freedom. But now they have switched into Nigerian politics. They are now serving as political thugs and political players, abandoning the people they said they came to fight for. You haven't asked and my people have been made here. And where have they landed? Where did they end up? And you don't have the moral that you don't have the heart to say you must push Nina's project so that the people that you led astray can be redeemed. You go about, you want to be political. We see all of you. We see all of you. We just call few. And our people are watching you. You think you can hide? You're not hiding. They're talking about how the legitimate demand for self-determination by Ndi Igbo was hijacked. Sabotage is a major problem in every fight for freedom and liberation. So we are not surprised that as we are doing, that it will be sabotaged. Colonial masters are so big on sabotage that in UK, they have school of sabotage where they will teach you how to sabotage people, how to sabotage governments, how to sabotage kingdoms. So we are not surprised. But what we are here to tell you is for you to understand so that when you see them and you see them moving, you will know what they're about to do. And you will not be gullible and you will not be led astray. So as a result, they hijacked the legitimate demand for our freedom by these enemies hijacked it. They use their puppets, the willing tools in our land to do it. Yes, who are the willing tools? Igbo politicians and their colonial partners. Obasanjo. You see that Obasanjo? Even his name will tell you, non-Obasanjo. He's spreading evil. As he's going everywhere, he's spreading evil. That's the meaning of his name. Obasanjo. So, Igbo politicians, they worked together and they recruited and are sponsoring and still sponsoring Nnamdi Kanu to destroy the liberation movement from inside. Nnamdi came inside. Inside, we were there. He came inside to the inside. Our people had already gathered, recruited our people. We know the people that gathered our people. Nnamdi Kanu did not form IPOB. Our people worked hard and brought themselves because they wanted freedom and to finish the battle that their fathers started in Biafra Republic. But these evil people recruited this son of a wizard, son of a strange father, to come into the project and destroy it. From inside, they are the same people still sponsoring Peter Obi. You see him going like Sentiatoro with his fake, fruitless, and hopeless election moves. This is sabotage. We're explaining it to you so that you understand what is going on, my people. Their target was one target, to destroy Nina's projects.
Yep.
That's the only target. That's what they came for. That's why they were recruited. So Nnamdi Kanu hijacked the movement of the people, transformed it into an online social media fraudulent, fruitless Biafra movement. Are people going in circles? When they come for meeting, they're eating chicken and rice. People that are freedom fighters, and they say they want to be free. They say, hey, you see, we have gathered, we are Biafra in Namibia. Now we are eating rice and beans. We are eating chicken. All thanks to Nnamdi Kanu. It happened in our eyes. This is not Koro, they say. With time, he introduced Sit at Home, ESN, that he called the Eastern Security Network, NARA. According to American veterans of Igbo descent, AVD, they even put it in a record that it wasn't Nnamdi Kanu that set up ESN. That is ESN that is spying our people today and destroying. You can see that they kill our people. They are not killing the politicians that they say they were fighting against. All the politicians that their children, everybody is safe, everybody is fine.
Everyone else. They even come to his mother's funeral.
Exactly. So these people, this group, AVID, they have confirmed and they wrote it down. We have the record where they wrote it down. Then now they cannot set up ESN. So when you hear them releasing, people know the truth. Unknown gunmen, Ebubagu, all of them. All sorts of things that are setting up to distract our people and destroy our people. To further destroy Igbo and destroy Ndi Igbo. When we talk, some people that don't know that we have evidence and information. This one we are saying, we are just breaking it down for you. Written evidence everywhere. You can't say everything. We told you that this show is too short. The time is too short. We are rushing everything. All the evidence are there. So we don't say what we don't know. If you know who we are, you will know that we are not playing. So if we tell you something, you better listen. Some of you are there on social media, funding and pushing what you don't know. You are coming to argue with us. Meanwhile, you don't know. Their game, all they're doing is to play game of manipulation, confusing and distracting our people from the right pathway for self-determination. And our people have died. They have died because of this manipulation. And all those calling for release of this or this, and I wonder what will happen to the widows' children, all the people that died. Who is going to recount? Who is going to pay for them? Want to release a murderer. Obasanjo is the chief Maradona of unitary Nigerian politics.
Yeah.
He said, this man you're seeing, he had the prophetess explaining him. He said that one that is not too, that is ugly. It's not too, the way she explained it. Now he's calling for release of Nnamdi Kanu. From where
Can
to
you
where?
imagine? Can you imagine?
From where to where?
As if that's going to improve the economy.
My dear, this man represents all the parties. He's the representative of Fulani oligarchs, Fulani Caliphate, Britain, politicians, church leaders, pastors. You know, he's writing prayer books also. Military class of 66, indigenous puppets, the celebrities, British, when they are doing weddings.
Jiga dance, Bugak or Jiga, whichever
exactly.
you call it. Mm.
When they do weddings, he's there. So he is in the center of everything. Onya ine nanya, Ndi Igbo. Onya ine nanya wa arụsị. Ndị na-asị arụkwụsị. Nekwa na arụsị here. Now we see arụsị. All the Nigerian crooked political actors are controlled by Obasanjo. We call them Obasanjo boys. They also have IBB boys. He made them who they are today with the stolen wealth of our people. So they are all connected in the occultic powers, where the same Obasanjo is their grandmaster. They are not playing. Recall in the video, in this the female prophetess, when he said in the third video that we played, he said she talked about Nnamdi Kanu being involved in a cult. She said some white men and Nigerian big men were with Kanu. And one particular man she perfectly described told Kanu that even if they openly criticize him, they will protect him. Are they not keeping their promise? Are you not seeing what is going on? When colonial puppets start speaking for you and calling for your release, you better check your basket to see what you're carrying. Ndi Biafra. Where is your Biafra? Has it been swallowed up inside the tummy of Nnamdi Kanu? Kedunu Biafra. My people, Atanoboro, get your brain. We are talking of how the struggle of Ndi Igbo for legitimate struggle of Ndi Igbo for self-determination was hijacked by the same enemy that they were fighting. When you hear release him, it's all part of the game.
Yes.
Barabbas or Hamondoshi. Barabbas or Hamandoshi is part of the game. We want you to understand the game. Whether they keep him or release him, because he's the John Watch. The game is on. We don't really care. We are doing what we're doing. So let them continue to play their game and deceive themselves. We are not being deceived because our people are getting the information. The game is all about manipulating and distracting our people. According to Sahara reporter Showore, he said that each time they bring that Ohamandoshi to court, they have to share 5 million naira among themselves. Just to take him to court to act that drama you see him acting. That drama is season 1 and it has up to 200 episodes. Depends on the one they want to act. If you make too much noise, as I said, they'll bring him out. You come to court, act one drama, and it's the script. He's acting his script. So when you hear release him, know that they have entered season 2 of the drama. And the actors in this season 2 are Igbo politicians, Nigerian politicians, church leaders, traditional rulers, fake freedom fighters, retired and active. They are actors in the movie. Everyone is given his or her own script and rewarded handsomely. Who is suffering after all this game? You, the indigenous peoples. Whether Ndi Igbo, whether Yoruba, whether Hausa, whether Ijo, Efik, you are the one suffering. Tell me, what does all this noise, drama have to do with the release of your hijacked sovereignty and the suffering of the people?
I know. Bunch of distractions.
Exactly. Suddenly, they don't want court anymore. It is now political solution for a murderer. Since when? Now they need him to come and campaign for them. They're hoping he will help them to campaign for P2B.
Aye.
Ohamandoshi. That's why they bring him. All is arranging. You even see senators from Borno State. They are now asking for release of their agents. Yes, like Uwazurike and Asari, settlement time. When they settle them, those ones will now remain like kingpin. Now have boys, political thugs that they said APC will use them today, APGA will use them tomorrow, Labour will use them one day, PDP will use them the other day. They are the ones, they need the boys. They will say, well, Asari, we need 200 boys on the street. They say, consider it done. How much? Credit my account. Our people, do you remember signed, sealed, and delivered? We're about to play part 2 of it. Article, Ubiku, articulation. Don't register. Don't go to novel. All to sabotage Nina's.
Aye.
After killing Ndi Gboo and destroying their properties, not only in Anibo, but all over Nigeria.
And their way of life.
No wonder Ijele is now being given Ndi more to go and meet his ancestors. Maybe he's talking too much. They will send him. He will talk. When he talks too much, they'll pull him out and say, okay, Ozu goes here. And then they want to do. You see, isi not the heme. If he say it's not happening, it will happen to you. You will see it. Nigeria will happen to you. We told you people. Nigeria is in the Abaluk area. Area, it's like area and the other. Apagi, it's like and the other. Please, the next slide. Okay, that's it. Sorry, you're right. So they want to release Barabbas. Why? So that it can help them drag Ndi Gboo to 2027 election.
This is wicked, man. This is wicked.
They will promise them P2B rather than self-determination. And then our people, like ignorant people, will go. But our people know better now. They're waking up. That's the grassroots work going on. They'll be surprised. The only people talking and strategically fighting for the freedom of the peoples of Nigeria is Ninas. What did we say? The only people strategically fighting for the freedom of the peoples of Nigeria is Ninas. What's the meaning again? Nigeria Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination. We are sending message to Tinubu. Tinubu. You know this is game. They play against you so that you don't do this. Either way, people are playing yourself. Well, all this thing we are explaining is to explain our people to come out, because you know when two elephants fight, is the grass that will suffer. So if you're not enlightened, they said that the fly that does not listen to counsel follows corpse to grave. So we are here to break it down for you to understand is the game they are playing. If you understand the game, you will move out of the road for them. Let them play their game and be going. Why you go and do more important things? Tinubu needs to pay attention to Nina's proposition and move towards transition. He needs to allow the indigenous peoples to go in peace. All we are asking for is union renegotiation. Because you see this evil political game, it will backfire on all of you. Everyone, especially the criminal politicians, the criminal traditional rulers, the criminal religious leaders, all of you, it will backfire on you. Thank you.